When you buy gold for into jewelry is okay, but if you're gonna stockpile on gold, yes, it could be confiscated. It says you watch the video interview by Kitco. You listen and evaluate that one. I was just listening. Those small buyer that wanting to buy gold for safe haven and they don't have a license and they just want to sell it, yes, the gold can be confiscated from them. Yeah. A buyer must have a license to import. Most of the buyers have no license to import. That is why there have been a scam. Yeah, because they think they can get handsome profit. You will get handsome profit unless you are registered business, unless you have importation license to carry. Because when you bring that to a country of destination, and the custom will open your box, and if you don't have a license, of course the gold will be confiscated from you. Yeah, yeah, of course. It's happening already. And the buyer say, oh, I was being scammed. Well, you are one of the scammer because you just want to cut corner. Yeah, there's so many. You want to buy gold to get the profit? Yeah, okay. Yeah. In fact, if you watch the video last night, I have an interview around 1 o'clock in the morning Australian Standard Time, and he was been following me for 2 years, right? And suddenly he was just deciding to buy diamond, and he doesn't have a license, and his money is only 20,000. I said no, it wouldn't work. You save money and register your business, and you need to have an importation license. You cannot bring that to India. Custom will confiscate. Yeah. So that was it. That was my inter. If you watch the long video conversation I have, he's from United Kingdom, but he was born in India. Most Indians wanted to buy diamond and gold because gold is really lucrative. Whether when you get married, you will use gold as a dowry. Yeah, India is a gold lover. Yeah, it's a prestige when you have gold.
Madam, do you know what they do? They wait. The rich India, they will put their wife on a chair,
Yeah.
and on the other chair, they will put gold bars, and they will keep putting bars and bars and bars and bars until the chair that the wife is sitting on become lift in the air.
Well, that is called illegal. That's why your gold will be confiscated. So just watch that video. I just give it to you in order for you to educate. No one is educating you. You're lucky that you met Mrs. Ford. You're bloody lucky. I don't I don't
Oh
um
Lord!
I don't educate the Joker. Yeah, because I met you in Dubai, so I feel sorry for you. Hmm. I don't educate anybody. I told everyone I'm not here to teach people. We have the products, you buy. If you read on my virtual page, you learn. If you don't learn. Something like that. Yeah. So what's happening now? I'm live at the
Madam,
moment.
now we are
What's happening?
okay. Now we are just waiting for the seller.
Yeah? And then?
Then you will go, Madam. In Africa, if the gold is holding by the cost, you must pay penalty to release it, right?
Sorry. May you kindly repeat again?
If gold in Africa is held by the customs, then you must pay a penalty to receive it, right?
No, when the custom withheld your gold, it means to say your export documentation is not enough for the custom to convince it. So they will hold it,
Yes,
and then you have to comply, and then you have to pay to release it. Yeah,
yes, yes, yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
Most of the gold has been confiscated because the documentation is not properly done. Yeah.
So you have to produce the document and you have to pay the penalty. Yes.
No, there would be no penalty if the custom would not withheld. When the custom withheld, yes, you pay the penalty. Yeah. The export documentation would say custom commercial invoice as a report of the gold. The gold is free of illegal activities, ownership, custom clearance, insurance, airway, etc. It is on my virtual page. I put everything, but people doesn't read. They're excited. They're lazy. Then they come to me to buy gold, and I told him, "Did you read?" And he doesn't have any license. So how you gonna bring it to your destination? How? The seller has an export license to export to you, but the minute that the gold leave the country of origin, it is now your responsibility. It is. You have to declare that when when we board the plane, right? When the plane is about to land, we're gonna fill in the form. Is that right? On the immigration form. Is that correct? So, on the immigration form, it says, are you bringing valued goods? Yes, you have to take yes. So when your valued goods arrive in the airport, the custom will open. Where are the documentation? So the custom will inspect the good. So where is it? So if your documentation is not convincing enough and the clearance is not really complete, the custom will withhold your gold. And then you're gonna pay penalty. Yes. Yeah. So why did you ask me like that?
Just
Hi?
wondering the situation.
What is the situation, Hyder? Why did you ask me like that?
It's good to ask question, madam, to learn.
Well, you have to ask the seller. I am not an agency, but because I have the experience and I've been in the ground, very simple, really. It is very simple. If I am the buyer today, you are the seller, right? And I have to bring the good to my destination. And you're gonna ask your country of arrival, what is the charges? That is an import duty. You have to ask your country of destination how much is the custom duty. Yeah, you are going to pay custom duty. Yes, yes. Mm. So you have to provide the custom all the paperwork. If you are registered importation importer, you don't need to pay import custom duty because you're gonna claim that at the end of the year because that is an income. Yeah. Mm. You will submit that to your country when you file the tax yearly tax called the taxation. Yeah, because you have a paperwork. Yeah. Mm. Here in Australia, when I was talking to a refinery here, the refinery was telling me if the buyer have no importation license, so then the refinery here in Brisbane will receive it, but the custom will charge 10% GST, but at the end of the year, the 10% GST would be refunded to that particular buyer. So that refinery, he has a broker to claim that in custom. I'm just giving you an example. So the brokerage will claim that into custom because you don't have a GST number. So the refinery has a GST number, then you will be charged. But that importation taxes will be refunded to you when you fill in your income tax. You got my point now? Did I give you the answer?
Yes,
Mhm.
madam. Let me give you a scenario.
Okay, go ahead.
This is for your live audience, yes, so
It
they can
is.
learn.
I'm live at the moment. Yes, go ahead.
So, okay, somebody sent some money to Ghana, for
Okay.
example.
Ghana is notorious. Go ahead. Mhm.
Now, the seller
I can't hear you. Speak louder.
The seller said he will do it.
Okay. And?
Now the chief do not agree
Mm-hmm.
for shipping he said the price that the buyer sent is not enough. So the chief did not agree to send the consignment.
Mm-hmm. And?
So what this seller did he gold and he ran away with it without the knowledge of the chief in
Mm-hmm.
Togo.
Mm-hmm. So what happened then?
He ran away because he promised the buyer that he will do it. So he took the gold at 3 in the morning. He ran away from Accra, took the stock, and he went to Togo.
Mm-hmm.
Or he went to Sierra Leone.
No, Togo is only 1 hour drive from Accra. It's a boundary.
No,
Yeah.
no, he went to a different country. I don't know which country. Sierra Leone.
Mm-hmm. Sierra Leone to Ghana is a little bit 6 hours.
Yes, he went to Sierra Leone.
Mm-hmm. And what happened?
So then the gold got stuck in the custom.
See? Mm-hmm.
But he's okay, no problem. Let me get the document. He ordered his people to bring the document. They brought document, and now he have to pay the fine. And as soon as he received it, he said he will ship it.
Mm-hmm. What happened?
So what do you think?
That is wrong. That is really wrong. Okay, I'm gonna give you the answer to your question, huh? The gold coming from Ghana, and the chief didn't agree on the price because the buyer and the agent. So that the seller, he is taking the gold from the chief from the community as a consignment. Mm-hmm. Right. So he's going to sell it to particular buyer in Dubai. Now, so the buyer and the seller agree on the price. So the chief didn't agree because that gold belonged to him. Gold is money.
No,
So,
madam, the buyer is supposed to send 10% deposit.
or say, what happened to the 10%
And
deposit?
no, it's with the agent.
Or say with the agent. The tax in Ghana is 7%. Of course, the chief would not give his gold as a 10%. So the chief wants money. Yeah.
So the agent, he took the gold at night and he went to Sierra Leone.
That's right. That is a thief. That is illegal. So now the seller, the agent, he is going to encounter trouble, and the chief will lose his gold. Yeah, he gonna lose his gold because you bring it to Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is very strict. It is very strict because they are losing money income per year. Now the gold is coming from Ghana, and he drive it from Ghana to Sierra Leone. That is a very dangerous scenario.
Togo.
Okay, in Togo is only 1 hour. That is a very dangerous scenario. So then the gold has to coming from Togo, and he will ask the paperwork from Togo. He's to declare that the gold coming from Togo. That is a very dangerous scenario. Hmm.
No. They ask for certificate of ownership.
That's right. But he doesn't own the gold. That agent doesn't own the gold. So how the agent produce the paperwork?
He is a partial owner.
Or where is his mining license? Where is his export license?
Yes, he have it, but no problem. But the thing is that he prepared the ownership document. Now he has given it to the Togo custom.
Okay, and then what happened to the Togo custom?
Now they say, okay, you can pay 6 million West African franc and you can take your product.
That is a bribe. Bribery, yes. Mm. That is a very costly scenario. Very costly. My seller wouldn't do like that. He wouldn't. He wouldn't do like that. It doesn't matter if the gold would not sell. He's not interested. Yeah, there's so many agent are trying to deceive buyer 10%. In on our case, the buyer has to send, okay, you make a deposit 30 to 40%. Okay, now may I give you the answer to your question? The 10% down payment is not enough. It's not enough. The 10% he's going to pay taxes. So let me give me the answer how many kilos that the buyer want to buy.
Four,
Hi?
three,
3 kilos.
three.
Okay, 3 kilos. Now, in Togo, he will value the gold on the tax, whatever the price of gold today. Okay, now the gold today is 65, 66. Let's round up to 66. $66,000 times 7%. So the gold tax on every bar is 4,620 times 3. So the tax is 13,860.
No, madam, Togo is a tax-free zone.
Okay, if it's tax-free zone, so even then he give 10% down payment. The buyer is not enough because the shipping cost, the shipper will charge the seller. So he's using money from the deposit and he's going to pay the shipping cost. Okay, let's say the buyer got $50,000 per kilo times 3. That is $150,000. Now the shipping cost and the insurance is 2%. That is
Adding the agent,
the agent,
madam,
yes.
the agent is adding the agent is adding 1 extra kilo for market promotion.
Yeah. So he's making dangerous scenario. It's very
It's
dangerous.
totally 4 kilos. Total
Yeah.
amount of the consignment is 4
Well,
He's
my
adding
seller
one
is not like that.
he's adding
Your question
he's
is,
adding
I
one
give you
extra
the
kilo
answer to your question,
from
right?
per
So that,
kilo. He's adding 1 extra kilo for market promotion. The
okay,
total consignment is
total
four
consignment is 4.
kilos.
So now, even then, the the 4 kilos, the custom will charge the buyer and the shipping agent because he has to add the value. Okay, the 4,360 times 4 kilos, that is 17,440. The shipping cost and insurance.
Madam, Togo is tax free.
I don't know, I have no idea because I'm not dealing with Togo. I cannot give you the answer. Every country have a different tax bracket. Yeah. So the tax change when the price of gold is high and down. So the value on the world market. Yeah. So did I give you the answer? So that agent he's really doing some dangerous transaction. I read an article uh, 2 nights ago. It is on online. Zuma, the brother of and the nephew of the president of South Africa, his gold was being seized. He bought the gold in Guinea, right? And when the gold arrived in Belgium, it was being seized. It was. It is on. I was searching because the paperwork was not complete, and they don't have license to import in Belgium. They hired the chartered private plane, G4S. I saw it the picture. Yeah, I saw it on the articles. Yeah, gold from Guinea. They bought the gold in Guinea, and they asked for consignment from the villagers. So what happened when the gold arrived in Belgium? Bingo, tralala. The gold was being confiscated. So it cost money. When the gold is confiscated, it is really cost money, $1 million. So why are you evading and why are you cutting corners, that you are buying money. Yeah, it's on the airport. I saw the picture and I read the articles. He is the nephew of the president of South Africa. South Africa has no gold, yeah, and they bought the gold in Guinea. And the central bank asked the gold 99.99. But when the Belgian custom asked them where is the key, they had to open the box. Mhm. There was a commotion. I'm just sharing you what I have read. Mm. No such broker giving you this vital information. Information is worth $1 million. Knowledge is power. Yeah.
Do you think this stock will arrive to Dubai eventually?
I don't know. I cannot give you the answer. I cannot. Unless the gold has been properly done from the country of origin. Let's say the country of origin is Togo. The documentation must be properly done because the custom in Dubai will see where is the documentation. Yeah. Dubai will seize the gold. Yeah. hmm Is the agent will carry the gold or what? Is he going to hand carry the gold
No, in shipping.
or shipping? So then he would get the airway bill. So the receiver in Dubai has to claim the gold in custom. And he has to tell the custom this is the airway bill that the gold is arriving from Togo. So then they're gonna do in the system. But if the gold is not on the computer system, bingo, you're in trouble. Your friend would be in trouble. Yeah. This conversation would be aware that the future buyer cutting corner, then he gonna be in trouble. Yeah. Because of the profit. They want to cut corner. If I'm the buyer today, I would not involve in cutting corner. I wouldn't. I will get the small profit, but I will increase it gradually rather than to cut it to save money to get handsome profit. You are killing the deal at the end of the day. You're gonna be accused as the gold laundering. Mm. So your friend would be accused as gold laundering. You're not, because you are not involved. You are just asking me an information on behalf of your friend, but your friend would be in trouble. Mm. There are so many gold in Dubai was being seized by custom. So many. Mm. So did I give you the answer?
Yes.
So where you find a person who can give you the answer? Broker doesn't know how to answer your question. Broker has no idea. They just float around or float around. Mm. So you got me now? So tell me, are you satisfied with my answer?
Yes.
Okay. On our position, Conakry, Mali, Sierra Leone, we would not entertain.
Madam, pray for the agent. Pray for the agent.
Well, I wish him good luck. Thanks to Allah. Hmm. If he's a Muslim, he can pray to Allah. Hmm. Yeah.
No, he is a
Well, he
Christian.
has to pray to God. That is evil. Um, in this world, there are two kinds of people, evil and good. Money is the root of evil. Gold is the root of evil.
No, madam.
Sorry? Sider, you've cut off. You're disconnecting, Sider. Oh, he was been disconnected. Just a moment, I'm gonna call him back. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mr. Bayo, if you're watching my conversation with a cider, your trick would not work. And at the end of the day, you're gonna end into disaster. Cider is keep on asking questions because I know the industry. I've been in marketing for 36 years. Buying and selling is exactly the same. You have to pay for it. You don't pay the gold, you only pay taxes. You will make a deposit of 10%. It wouldn't work. Mm. See the agent that trying to run away the gold from the chief. Ah, you will not do that to us. If you are a buyer watching me, if you have an intention to smuggle it, you will never get gold to us because we are not going to smuggle it. You come to the office, you inspect, you like it, you transfer the payment. Yeah, yeah. So very simple. So very simple. My client, he paid the gold cash and he was given a documentation. The gold was handed over to him in custom. He doesn't have any problem. But you as the buyer, you want to cut corner because you have limited cash. You have. That is why you only pay 10% down payment. But how about paying the original products? That is normal. You have to pay the product plus tax. That is normal. Mm. So if you're watching and listening to my conversation with Cider, this video is a moral lesson to those crook. This video is a moral lesson to those buyers trying to smuggle it. So you are a smuggler, you are a gold launderer. It is a very dangerous. You're gonna be arrested. Believe me. Especially the paperwork is not properly done. So I hope I give Cider an answer to his question. Yes, Cider, you've been cut off. Yeah. Go ahead. So I think I answer your question, Cider. Hmm. Are you satisfied with my answer to your question?
Yes.
So anything else you want to? I am not an agency here. Why not ask your agent? Your agent knows. He's just trying to smuggle it in dangerous way. I wouldn't gamble it. I wouldn't advise buyer and seller to do it. Either the seller will lose his gold or the buyer lose his money. Yeah. Either the buyer will be arrested as a smuggler. So don't be involved.
Never know.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, he's been cut off again. His connection in Dubai is really very bad. He's using other service provider. He's calling me on WhatsApp. Mm. So, Mr. Buyer, if you're watching and listening to my conversation, this is good for you. I am not pressuring you to buy. We have the products, just pay. Just send me a formal letter of intent to purchase coming from you, Mr. Buyer. I just answer the questions of Mr. Cider. I have another buyer, what you call this, an agent, a broker. Okay. This broker, he said, follow our terms. No, we don't follow your terms. You follow the terms of the owner of the product. You follow the rules and regulations of the government. There's a saying, I always mention that on my video. He who has the gold makes the rules. You, as the buyer, would not make the rules. The owner of the gold, he has to follow his country rules and regulation. So if you want, because there's so many brokers, see, he said, this broker made a chain broker said, once the quality is confirmed, the paymaster will arrive the security team before gold will hand over. No, this is wrong. Mr. Broker, you're just floating around. May I correct your crookedness? You are just floating around thinking you will get commission. Okay? You are not doing your job. Okay? Now, your buyer has to send a formal letter of intent to purchase coming from him, not cut and paste. Because if that letter of intent will land it into my possession, because I'm very, very strict, I will put your letter of intent in a trash can. Now, this group on WhatsApp, it is cut and paste. So they are joker broker. Now, Mr. Buyer, if you're watching me, don't be offended to me. This is money you're buying. You're buying $500,000 here. This business is not a joke business. You're a joker, if this is the case. Just a moment. You're really a joker. You're broker joker. You don't need to joke because this is money. This is a very dangerous business. I know because I was on the ground. I have a bad experience dealing with joker broker. I have also bad experience dealing with joker buyer. I have. So that is the reason why I share this. That is the reason why I created this online virtual office. I represent Mali, Conakry, and Sierra Leone. Wilhelmina would know which salon I'm going to put you after I receive your letter of intent to purchase coming from you, Mr. Buyer. Without that, you would never get gold from us. Because I have to screen you, I have to scrutinize you, whether you're a real buyer or not. My seller already lost gold. That is why they hired me. That's why I created this online office to see my face. Yeah, there's so many joker buyer doesn't show his face. There's so many joker broker as well. I called you guys joker. How could you make money if you don't have money? How? How could you make money? How could you buy this precious item if you don't have the money? So to me, you're a joker. You're an online joker. When I was in Ghana, my driver said, look at this foreigner. I am a foreigner. I was insulted. I live in Australia. I'm Australian. I'm a foreigner. Went to Africa. My driver said, look at this foreigner. They're just like a prostitute. I said, why you call them prostitute? Madam, they're looking. They're stranded here. They cannot even afford to pay the food. Yeah, I saw that on Accra Shopping Center. Yeah, some foreigners, they just haggard. They wear a shirt, ragged shirt, smoking outside. They're just like a beggar. Why? They were stranded because they were acting on behalf of their buyer, and their buyer is paying them to travel. Yeah, I can tell you that. The buyer paying that foreigner, pretending to be a buyer, and he doesn't have the money, and he overspend the money. There's a lot in Accra. There's a lot. They're trying to overcome their losses. When I was in Accra 2013, there were 3 Americans stranded. They wanted me to help them. I said, no, I cannot help you. My seller's policy is different. They were staying in the hotel. They are really disturbed because they cannot return to America because the buyer give them money to buy good and they overspend. Mr. Buyer, you don't need that. I will travel with you. I am charging, yes, I am charging my extra service. My extra service is just peanut. That I meet this American buyer's mandate. His buyer putting 200,000 in his bank account. Because I asked him, be honest with me, how much your buyer put money into your bank account, $200,000 during the time. And I told him, have you found the gold? No, madam. We were being cheated. I said, why you were being cheated? Because you were being asking cheap price. You will be cheated, yes. I told this American guy, 3 of them, when we have a happy hour. All foreigners on the 5 stars hotel, because I stayed at the executive suite, we have an happy hour. You know, networking, mingling. I asked them question. I introduced myself. Hi, I'm Wilhelmina Ford, and you? Where are you coming from? Oh, I'm coming from United States. How about you, Wilhelmina? Well, I came from down under, from Australia. Everybody wants to know me. Oh, you are from Australia. Down under. I say, yes. So they are intrigued of my personality because I ask question. Now I'm sharing you, Mr. Buyer. Am I a scammer, Mr. Buyer? And people doesn't like my guts because I'm very tough. Yeah, Mr. Buyer. Someone stole my picture, like William Stevenson. He's a bullshit buyer. He's not a buyer. He's a joker. Bernard Melbourne. He's not a buyer. I look at his website. He blocked me. He doesn't even know me. He doesn't even know me, and he blocked me. I don't know. I have not spoken to him. Yeah, and Winka Dreyer. This is Winka Dreyer's picture. Yeah, from South Africa. She bashed me. She said that I'm a scammer. I don't know how much I scam. And also this guy. Yeah, they're network of thugs. And this lady is also network of thugs. Yeah. So Mr. Baya, you will never win this lady. If you double cross with this lady, you're gonna feel sorry. Just like this lady. I look at his LinkedIn profile. He doesn't have any address. He doesn't have any profile. LinkedIn is to connect people, not to destroy people. That is why I get out from LinkedIn. Yeah, I'm not interested because most of the people on LinkedIn are joker broker, pretending to be a buyer. Yes, LinkedIn is a nice site because that is professional to link professional people. Yeah. Then they bust me, they accuse me. Good luck to them. I don't I don't really worry at all. Yeah. I work for the seller. I am helping the buyer. Now going back to this buyer that put 200,000 to American buyer's agent, didn't get the gold. Nah, he didn't get the gold. There was also an American guy. He went to Philippines because there was a gold in the Philippines. Yeah, there is a lot of gold in the Philippines. That was Yamashita gold. So this buyer, he knows me. This buyer's agent knows me. He was stuck in Manila. And he called me. Willie, can you help me? I said, where are you? I'm in Manila. His name is William. And I said, how long you been in Manila? 3 weeks. And then, my gosh, it's really terrible to deal. I said, why terrible to deal? They don't show up. I said, of course, they don't show up because you are not a buyer. So he gave me the number of that lawyer. So I called the lawyer. So, hi, you have a client there in Manila. He's American guy. What happened? Why you cannot deal with him? Oh, madam, that guy is not a buyer. Yeah, he's just a broker. See? Seller would not believe you guys if you are not very straightforward. So I asked this gentleman, how much your buyer give you money? How much you charge the buyer? $100,000. His service fee. He traveled to that is fair. He charged the buyer $100,000 just to travel on his behalf because that buyer is lazy. What happened? Fail. My extra service is not $100,000. Yeah, and I can assure you, you will get the gold because my transaction has been successful. Yeah. So those crook buyers, I don't know what to do with you guys. I don't know. And if you don't believe us, we have the gold. My seller in Conakry owned the concession. Mali have 2.5 tons of gold. Conakry, Guinea, a huge deposit of gold. We have tons of gold. But how are you able to pay? In Sierra Leone, yes, we do have gold. Tell me, how are you able to pay? Last night, I have a conversation with a guy from United Kingdom. He was born in India. He was following me for 2 years. He wanted to buy diamond. And he come to me last night. Today we are on Saturday. It's at 7:51 in the evening. And we have a long discussion if you watch that on YouTube and my Facebook. And he was been talking to a lot of offer. He didn't believe it. When he saw my video on YouTube channel, he started to confident. He also lost money. He was being scammed. I told him, welcome to the club. I was even bashed. I told this guy. Yeah. So now he has a limited cash, and I told him, don't rush. He has only $20,000. It's not worth it for you to travel. Sellers are hungry to sell for you. They will pressure you to sell. No, don't do that. He's supposed to send money. I said, don't send money. You need to be there to inspect the stone before you pay bank to bank. So he was lucky. Yeah. And I told him, you save money because when I travel with you, I do charge my extra service. Yes. Just like this American guy, he went to Philippines, he charges buyer 100,000 his service fee. Me, I don't charge 100,000. I only charge to cover my airfare, travel insurance, hotel accommodation, food, and spending money, the value of $10,000. That is very, very cheap. If you don't have the money, if you cannot afford, to me, you're not really a buyer. Because if I am the buyer today, I will say, well, Amina, I will send you the money. Give me your bank account. You book your ticket. You arrive the day before you arrive. Before I arrive, I want you to do everything. Yes, I will do that. Then I will welcome you in the airport, and the head office will love to meet you. Why? Because I already screen you. Do not travel without, well, Amina, Mr. Buyer. Do not. Make sure you have money standby in your bank account. Make sure. Yeah, because the payment must be bank to bank. Just imagine 5 minutes ago, I was talking to Mr. Sider. He asked my advice, and he has a friend. I don't know what happened to him. He was being cut off, and I give him the answer. So you, Mr. Bayer, you have been watching and listening my conversation, so you are a winner. So don't do that. So the agent, can you imagine? The gold belong. Yeah, what happened, Sider? You have been cut off. Hmm? Sider,
Yes.
what happened? You have been cut off.
Been cut off.
Yeah, maybe the network. So, I think I've given you the answer, right?
Yes. This is just a hypothetical scenario, madam.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
This is just, it was, the story I told you is just a hypothetical scenario.
Okay. But at least, even though your question has been given the answer. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Because that question, it is realistic. Yeah. Most of the agent or the seller or partnership, they gonna try to smuggle it because he is also hungry to sell, and the buyer is hungry to buy that precious item. Yeah, but I would not
Madam,
advise.
Madam,
Yeah.
I am getting a call. I'll call you back later.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay. So I was just continuing talking to Sidra, but at least Sidra asked me questions, so I've given him the answer. I mentor him. So this video is also for everyone. You just listen to this video. If you listen, you gain. If you don't listen, you don't gain. So don't be excited. The full corporate offer is in here. Click below. Subscribe on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. You take time to read. There's a saying on YouTube. Show more. Click below. You read the full corporate offer. Mali, Conakry, and Sierra Leone exactly the same. Our selling price is spot price. If you are the buyer, convince Walamina because I am the gatekeeper. I have to open the gate for you in order for you to convince us that you are really a serious buyer. You must have a business registration. You must have an importation license. You must. And you must have money in your bank account to pay the products. Now, you're a small trader. You want to buy gold 3 kilos, it's not worth it for you. You buy gold 5 kilos, it's not worth it for you. You don't get much profit. But if you get 10 kilos, yes, you will get the profit. Then you increase that every week, you will get the profit of 84% a year. We already calculated that, and I can guarantee you. So first of all, you registered your business name and you get your importation license. Now, if you don't have an importation license, you can use your friend's importation license. So the gold has to be addressed to your friend. So it's up to you. So don't ask me. Don't ask my my advice to you. No, I'm not here to advise you. That is not my job. My job is to sell. I just only answer the question of Hyder because he's a friend of mine. I met him in Dubai before lockdown. He come to see me. So I mentor him. But this video, at the same time, I'm also mentoring you. So you don't need to ask me, Madam, help me. No, I am not here to help you. You're not paying me at all. I'm just giving you. So you're a winner. Yeah. My job is to sell. Here's the gold. You read. Okay. You send a formal letter of intent. We will confirm your order. Show me, as I've said to you, show me the proof of fund, your bank statement that you have $500,000. Without that, don't bother to come to see me. Don't bother. You're just a time waster. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening.